Please welcome to Celebrity Access, the lovely Emily Kinney. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. And Joe, say hello, because he refuses to call you. He only calls you Beth. And
I love Beth.
I feel like when I'm going and getting a coffee or a sandwich or something, people are like, oh, hey, Beth.
Can I just tell you something, Emily? I spent a lot of my time thinking about the apocalypse and what it would be like and how I would survive it. I definitely would want Daryl with me.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I got really lucky, I feel like, in season 4, having him as my partner. You know, I feel like I learned some things from him, and, you know, he was a good partner to have when we got all split up, you know?
Definitely. And, we spoke to you before that season kicked off, and you said, look out, she's got a big partner, and you weren't kidding. And then, I don't know if you heard all of us crying when your final moment on The Walking Dead. I mean, it was as if I lost a family member. That is how hard I cried.
Oh, no. A lot of people have definitely come up to me and express that they were very still upset about it, So, I mean, it definitely makes me feel like, wow, people really felt like they got to, if you were that upset that she died, then you do feel like at some point, well, then the audience really did feel like they knew her and cared about her. And I think, as an actor, to know that is very satisfying, that people felt that close to her, and that they really did know her, and it was a loss. So that's that is satisfying. But I'm sorry that you had to go through the sad emotions. I also was sad. So
it's funny. I actually am rewatching that season to try to catch myself back up. I thought I would get it done in time, and I didn't. But I actually am watching the scenes where you and Daryl are together as I'm watching the current version. And the reason why I think people were so emotional is we really got to know you. The whole thing about the stupid having a drink, I mean, that's so real. And I mean, I would think that's what an 18-year-old girl would want to do, knowing her days might be numbered.
Yeah, and I think it was something, during that particular episode, she had just lost her father and they had kind of lost the prison and all of this kind of structure. And I think, and she was no longer, doing her job of taking care of Judith or whatever. And I think it was sort of just here's something I can focus on. I'm going to find a drink and I'm going to get a drink before I die. I've never drank alcohol. I think in a way that search for a drink was something to focus on. And how when you're really sad about a lot of other things, if you have, something to focus on and work towards, it kind of helps you deal with your grief. And so I do feel like that episode, as much as me and Daryl were getting to know each other and it was about that, I think it was also about loss and grief and how we deal with that.
And I think it's nice that the show kind of took your voice and Beth's voice and combined it. And we really didn't hear you sing a full produced song, if you will, until, unfortunately, the passing of Tyrese. And that rendition you did on that Struggling Man was unbelievable.
Oh, thank you so much. Music has been, a part of Beth's. She sang in season 3 and then a couple times in season 4. And then, this is kind of the first time, all throughout, that's been kind of a big part of her character as far as, how she's dealing with this world. And, there's, she often mentions, there's always time, I sing and that helps me get through things. And, it's definitely been, a part of her character starting in season 3. And, I love that about Beth because it's something that I share with her. I love music and singing and songwriting. So I really, attached to that part of Beth's character.
Now, we're going to see you at Mohegan Sun. You're going to be there on February 26th. Yeah. What are we going to get from you, and what are you going to play? Because, this is kind of exciting for fans to connect with you on 2 separate levels for those of you that enjoy your music. But then, of course, you have such a huge following with The Walking Dead as well.
Yeah, it's been really exciting to see. I've always been a songwriter, I guess, and singing in around New York City and that sort of thing. And right before I got the gig on Walking Dead, I had just released my very first EP, Blue Toothbrush. And then it's been really cool to see fans kind of check out my music. And I feel like Twitter and Instagram and stuff, I'm starting to see almost more tweets about like lyrics that they love or something, almost more than Walking Dead. And it's kind of exciting to see that there are some people that, have discovered the music that way. And it's really exciting. So at the show, I'm going to sing a lot of songs from Expired Love, which I released last year. But I'll also sing a couple new songs that are from my new album that will come out in the first week of May. It's called This Is War. So there'll definitely be some super new songs that you haven't heard. But I never really got a chance with Walking Dead. I never got a chance to really tour Expired Love. So I definitely feel like I'm still like having fun performing those songs, So it'll be a lot of songs off of that album. And then, of course, I'll sing a couple of songs from the show and stuff like that. So,
well, obviously you'll do Struggling Man, obviously. I mean, that was such a fitting tune for that particular moment. But so now let's talk about your acting career too. So you have the time to tour right now. Are we going to see you in anything else on TV or on the big screen, or are we going to see you more in flashbacks? Because I know. Mm-hmm. I mean, that was. I can't imagine them doing another scene like they did with the passing of Tyrese. That seemed very special in the way that he went. I can't imagine that happening again. We have not read the comics either, so we don't know what's coming up. But will we see anything more of you, or can you tell us?
I don't know. I am definitely like I love. People are always like, "Oh, are you focusing just on music or just on acting?" And the thing is, they both kind of fulfill different things for me. So I'm sort of constantly juggling both and. I'm definitely going to be touring a bunch in May is my hope, but I'm also right now working on other acting projects. I'm working on the show The Flash, which is on the CW, yep. And then, I'm doing some guest stars, and I have another TV show I'm working on. I don't know if I can never know if I can say these different things. So I'm definitely working on new acting stuff, which is really exciting because I loved playing Beth, but I did play her for 4 seasons, and it's sort of been exciting to try on different people,
or you mean like clean clothes, right?
yeah, it's kind of fun. Yeah, in The Flash, it's kind of funny because I'm, get in the hair and makeup trailer, and it's like I feel like I'm there for so long because they're like really doing my hair and makeup, and like in Walking Dead, we just like got dirty and went outside and ran around. So it's a different experience, and it's kind of, it is fun. Right now is pilot season, which is a big audition time for actors, so I'm getting to read a lot of cool, exciting things, and but then I'm also, of course, trying to get in as many music shows as I can.
And you can see Emily Kinney February 26th, Mohegan Sun, mohegansun.com for more information. We'll have all the links up there. How can people follow you here in Connecticut? How can your fans say hello to you?
Yeah, well, I'm on Twitter and Instagram. I love Instagram. It's at Emmy Kinney, so EMMYKINNEY. And then, I have a website too. It's EmilyKinneymusic.com. And there, I put up all of my tour dates and stuff. But I'm pretty active on Instagram. It's kind of my jam. So
it's your jam.
There too.
I just tweeted you.
I love it.
Joe just Twittered to you or tweeted. I don't know the terminology. And I tweeted at you last night. You didn't respond, but that's all right.
Oh, no.
We're older. You know what? We're not in your demo, your circle of friends to hang out with. I mean, we're in your demo as far as listening to music, but like if you were going out on a Friday night, you wouldn't be like, hey, Renee and Joe, we're thinking of hanging. You wouldn't pick us because it would look weird.
Plus, no one says thinking about hanging.
Oh, we don't. What do you? I don't say. What do you say? What do you say? What do you say when you go out with your friends, my girls? Or I really don't know.
I don't know. Yeah, I just go out, hang out.
Yeah, we would bring you down.
No.
Emily Kinney is going to be singing in her beautiful voice February 26th, Mohegan Sun, mohegansun.com. Again, for more information, we'll have all the links put up there. Beautiful and talented you are. Hopefully we'll see you when you come to town, okay?
Okay, cool.
Continued success.
Thank you so much.